Hi, James here again. This is the second part of the trip from Glasgow to Edinburgh and back again, doing the national speed limit. The gasometer is at 82 miles and 53% from last time. The distance I need to go is 52 miles. The sat-nav says it's 60 miles away and it said I might not make it. So what I'll do is I'll hit the national speed limit, put the temperature up again. Basically, I had a chat with the nice people on the Scottish EV Drivers Club on Facebook group and asked them for some advice for places to charge on the way. So I've picked 2 backup charging locations just in case I don't actually make it to Rookenglen Park. So okay, I'm just going to set off now and we'll just play it by ear. So I'm just out of Edinburgh. It's about 10 miles we're out. We're down to 40%, so I've used up 13% just to get out of Edinburgh. I think most of it's uphill, so it drained a bit of the battery. So we're going to the new house car park, which has a charge point. Well, actually this is the first waypoint, so I could skip it if I feel I can make it to the next one. I'm still good to go at 70 miles an hour, although if I do hit 25% I think I will start slowing down just to make sure I make it to one of the waypoints or my final destination. So looking at the numbers here, I was doing mostly 70 miles an hour, a couple of 60s and 50 zones, and a little bit of city driving into Edinburgh. I think going to Edinburgh was fine because most of it was actually downhill, so it gave me a false reading in some ways because I was regenning, because on the way out of Edinburgh it seems to have sapped a lot of the battery, and heading up to this point, new house, past the halfway mark I'd say, because it's done 31 miles, seeing that we're supposed to do 53, was it? Okay, so what do we have here? New house, we have Beefeaters, Premier Inn, which is behind this lorry, and Esso Garage. So if you want to stop here for a snack, you can do. Let's have a look. So there's the Esso, Beefeater, Premier Inn, and there's a Co-op at the far end. But that, not sure, maybe it is a store. I thought maybe it was a warehouse. Let's see where we are with the charge. So we're 11 minutes in. In Charge Master, you put your card there to activate it. So we're at 39%, and we've been here for 11 minutes. We pulled 8.2 kilowatts. Lovely battery icon going up. Help button and language. Someone left their headphones here. Well, I'm just going to leave it there. Maybe they'll come back for it. It's probably been drowning in the Scottish weather. Right, let's head back into the car. and we'll see what my car is doing. So this is actually an ultra charger. So I'm wondering if that's why I'm pulling 45 kilowatts here, because most of the other charge points I was only pulling 43. So I've charged the car to 65% and we'll basically head off. I'll do the national speed limit and we'll see where we are when we hit 50% of the battery. That'll give us a rough indication of a full charge, I suppose, in some ways, and we'll see what sort of distance we have after that point. I know it's not a totally accurate test, but honestly I don't have the minerals to be playing chicken with the guessometer, and the last thing I want is to call Nissan up to pick me up in the flatbed, even though that's a free service. Yeah, so let's hit the road and we'll I'll report back to you once we drop down to 50%. Coming off the M8 now, so we're going to M73, and we've only used up 5% of the battery, so we're actually at the imaginary 10% a mark of how much battery life we've got left. So currently we've done 38 miles. We need to hit 53-ish sort of miles. So it'll be interesting to see if we actually make it in the last 10%. Most of this is actually downhill now. We're going up here, but we'll be going down in a minute. And then overall we've done 92 miles. Yeah. Obviously I could have chanced it, but I don't really want to be in the back of a flatbed like the one up ahead. So we'll find out in 9% time if that thing's going to be picking me up or not. And we're at 98 miles. We've actually clocked 45 miles altogether, so round trip is 99 miles, and the Edinburgh to Glasgow trip is 45 so far. You know what, I don't know why it's saying I can go 80 miles an hour on this sat-nav thing's not that good. Right, we're hitting the 50 zone now, so I need to slow down. Yeah, the sat-nav is a weird one. It's I basically got a service plan, and I get to upgrade my sat-nav at some point, like once a year after I get service, and they give me a new SD card apparently. And some of the roads aren't even updated in the latest one, from what I can tell. So I have to wait till next year to see if they put it in. Whereas on Android Auto, if you use Google Maps, that's pretty much up to date. And some of the other sort of like sat-nav software that you can get with Android and Apple might actually be better. Right, so we're at the 50% mark now. We're basically running on fumes. The overall trip is 105.4, and the driving distance for this trip is 51.7. The minute we hit 49, we'll call it quits. So if I make it, that'll be awesome. It's actually off the next junction and down the road a little bit, so we'll see if we can make it. If not, that flatbed will have to come and pick us up. Okay, basically we're out of juice now, just coming off the motorway. We have to park up. We basically didn't make it to the charge point. Oh, we're back up! We're back up! We're at 50%! Maybe we can do it! What do you think, guys? Right, I'm gonna hit eco mode, yeah? Regenerative brake mode and eco. Turn the heating off. What? Okay. Turn the heated seats off. Right, let's see if we can do this. We've got a little bit of regen. Oh my god, you don't get that in a petrol or diesel car, do you? Your tank doesn't automatically refill itself, does it? Oh, I'm gonna go really slow. Come on. People behind me are gonna get annoyed. Oh no, we've failed! No! Flatbed time! Right, well that concludes test. Basically I failed to get to Edinburgh, back to the south side of Glasgow on one tank of juice going at the national speed limit. Sorry guys, I failed. Okay, so I've made it to Ringland Park charge point, and I'm here next to a Mini who's charging up as well with one of those fancy new invisible cables, obviously. Looks like Nissan needs to do a bit of catching up on that. Right, so it's been an interesting test going at the national speed limit and basically getting 106.8 miles or 105 miles basically, with the heater on high and also the heated seats on. You know, there's obviously there's loads of factors involved in doing things like this, namely one, hills, how much hill you've got to climb and how much hill you got to descend with. We did reach the imaginary -1%, so I did need a tow. I'll know in future that I can't drive like the wind to go from Glasgow to Edinburgh in one round trip. Other than that, I think if you were to play it safe and aim for, say, 80 miles, if you want to actually do the national speed limit, so aim for 80 miles before charging, I think that's a good safe number to go with. Don't quote me on that, because if you're going up the Pennines, it's you're on your own there. Once again, if you like the video, hit the like and subscribe, and thank you for watching.